Hey there. So this week I've been thinking a lot about what one of my yoga teachers actually called the junk drawer. And I think almost everyone has one of these. It's usually in our kitchen, and it's full of random things like rubber bands and 100 pens that are from random different places. And if it's like my drawer, then it has stickers and crap from kids' birthday parties that you just wanted to throw in a drawer and kind of get away from your counter. But basically, it's just a place that kind of keeps all your crap. And sometimes you go back for it. Sometimes you can find treasures in that drawer, but mostly it's just crap. And I feel like it really parallels to our life. And we all kind of have our junk drawers maybe like inside of us. During one of my yoga classes this week, my teacher compared it to our hips when we were in pigeon pose. And so our hips are kind of like that junk drawer. That's where we keep a lot of our emotions. And, if we don't try to stretch it out or clean it out or whatever, then it kind of just stays there and it kind of just builds up. And then you can't close the drawer anymore. And so everybody sees your crap. So I was kind of thinking about this and trying to relate it to my life, and I feel like you're always going to have that. You're always going to have a junk drawer, and it's okay to have a junk drawer because sometimes you want to be able to kind of just put stuff away, but every now and then you do kind of have to go out and go into it and clean it out. And it's interesting if you maybe reflect on some of the stuff that you find in there. So maybe it is junk. Maybe it's not. Maybe you find a $20 bill in there and you're like, sweet, I can go get some frozen yogurt or whatever. But maybe just taking that time or trying to set a goal, maybe once a month or once every 3 months, to maybe do an internal clean out of your junk drawer inside. And just kind of trying to mentally go through and see what kind of crap you're holding on to. And is it important? Do you really need it there? Or can you just throw it away? Can you get it out? Maybe it's something you're not ready to throw away yet, and that's okay. Maybe you recognize that and you keep it there, and maybe you'll work on trying to get rid of it next time. And that's okay. It's a process. But maybe you find something that you thought was junk and it really wasn't, and it's something that has helped you grow. As I related it kind of to my life, I had been working while I was going through a yoga training, and I really enjoyed my job for a little bit and then started not enjoying it. And I really didn't want to quit because I didn't want to be that person who just up and quit. But it was getting to a point where I wasn't happy anymore. And I had so much other things going on. I have 2 kids and I have a husband who's gone a lot, and we just bought a house, and it was just like one thing after the other that I kind of had to take a mental note and see what was making me happy and what was bringing me down. And the job wasn't doing anything for me. And as hard as it was for me to admit that and for me to be able to get it out of my life, when I did, it was just like a wave of a weight was brought off my shoulders, and I felt like, okay, now I can accomplish whatever I want, because I'd made the priorities to take the important things that I wanted and head towards those. So really focusing more on my yoga training and focusing on my family and spending time with my husband before he was about to leave again. So maybe just make a goal for yourself for this week. Maybe you can just give yourself a little bit of time to kind of go through maybe your internal junk drawer, or maybe it's just your life. Maybe just taking a look at your life and saying, is there something that I can get rid of? Something that's crowding up the space, something that's just taking up too much of your time or emotions or whatever, and can you get rid of it? And is it okay? So I challenge you all to do that this week, and I hope that it helps take a weight off your shoulders and that you feel as good as I do right now. And thanks so much for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful week.